What's up, everybody? Back for one more. So y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. What's up, Alexis? What's up, Sherry? Oh, you just got finished watching one of my other ones? Yeah. Gotta bring it to you. I'm kind of behind, so I'm catching up. I finally got to the last one on my list. So, yeah. So, y'all come on in. We'll give him another minute, y'all, and then we'll get started. How about that? What you said? Beetlejuice? Yeah, because Beetlejuice was a god of the dead. He was bearing Semitic. Alright, well, how about we get started today with this one? We're going to go and jump in. They'll come in when they come in. So, this time, we're going to talk about Altered Carbon. This really been a trilogy. You see what I'm saying? Black Lightning, Star Seeds and Earth Seeds, and Altered Carbon. But I couldn't really talk about Altered Carbon until I introduced the Earth Seeds to y'all. See what I'm saying? What's up, Amelia? So, you know, now I can talk about Altered Carbon because now y'all understand what an Earth Seed is. Y'all understand they the alchemists, the scientists. You see what I'm saying? The ones who come down here to advance society with their advanced technologies, inventions, herbal skills, and so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? So, what's up, Pebbles? So this is what we got going on here. So Altered Carbon is that energy. You see what I'm saying? like I told y'all, if Black Lightning was a Starseed type TV show where they just focusing on the superpowers, your abilities, and straight spirituality and soulity, then Altered Carbon is more of an Earthseed style TV show where they show you that all is mental, mind is all, or the law of mentalism as we know it. You see what I'm saying? It's a real psychological thriller, psychological drama. You see what I'm saying? That makes you think, and they give you real mental teachings to develop your sense of mentalism. You see what I'm saying? And your mental powers and prowesses. You see what I'm saying? So how does this show start? How did this show start off? We have who you like to call this group of intergalactic, or this intergalactic organization known as the United Nations Protectorate, or the Intergalactic Protectorate, right? And they basically a group of beings who were, traveling the cosmos. They had ascended off Earth. Their technology had advanced, and they ascended off Earth, and they began to travel the cosmos, right? And inhabit different worlds and colonize them, right? So within this protectorate, this United Nations order, was a particular scientist, and her name was Nadia Makita. You see what I'm saying? And she invented stack technology. Now, she invented stack technology as a means, as a way to preserve your consciousness, so that you can travel. You can partake in interstellar travel at a faster rate, right? Because if your consciousness on this disc, or preserved in this stack or technology, then it's way easier for you to travel. And when you get to where you need to be, they re-upload your consciousness back into your body, right? And they preserve your body in ice or whatever. So cryogenic, which they call cryogenic sleep. You see what I'm saying? So she invented this stack technology, right? But like always, when the melanated woman and man produce something, you got the fucking elites, the cabal, Illuminati, Archons, Dracos, Greys, Tall Whites, and the list fucking goes on. You always got that group of beings who see an opportunity to misuse the technologies and teachings that we create. So this situation is no different with Miss Nadia. You see what I'm saying? It's no different with her. They took her stack technology and seen an opportunity to create. They seen an opportunity to achieve immortality through the stack technology, which means they never died. You see what I'm saying? And how they was going to do this was they could create what they call sleeves, or different bodies, or clone bodies, to inhabit by separating the mind from the body with the stack technology. But there was never Miss Nadia. There was never Miss Nadia's goal. You see what I'm saying? No, it was just supposed to be for interstellar travel, for y'all to get to where y'all need to be, preserve your consciousness, right? But so they seen the opportunity for immortality. And so they took her technology and started to misuse it, right? So, of course, she became disillusioned with the organization, and she left the organization, where she would go on to a planet known as Harlan, or Heartland. You see what I'm saying? Which is this fucking organization's version of. Now, she from Earth, which, interestingly enough, Earth is also known as soul. And y'all know Earth means heart, or heart soul. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Antonio? What's up, Neil? What's up, Cassandra? So, Earth is known as heart soul, right? So they tell you what Earth really is. You see what I'm saying? Mother Gaia really is. It's the heart soul of the cosmos. You see what I'm saying? So, she rebels against the organization, and she goes on to a planet called Harlan, which is this storyline's version of Earth. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't show that. They tell you that they're from Earth, but they don't show the actual Earth, so they created another rendition of it called Harlan. It's another planet, which was another Earth-like planet. So, what they do is they create another rendition of it called Harlan. It's another planet. So, what they do is they create another rendition of it called Harlan. It's another planet, which is another Earth-like planet. So, what they do is they create another rendition of it called Harlan. It's another planet, which is another Earth-like planet. So, She get there and she starts a revolution. She takes on the name Quail Chris Falconer. You see what I'm saying? Quail Chris Falconer. And she creates a philosophical doctrine known as Quailism. And through this philosophical doctrine, she produces a group of beings or a group of rebels who also became disillusioned with the protectorate, and they call themselves the Envoys. Right? Now, here we go. Here we go. This is where the story gets good. Now, they changed the storyline in the book because the Envoys was part of the protectorate, but they freedom fighters in the TV show, which is what I like that better. So they freedom fighters. They the Jedis of this storyline, right? So this was going on here. So this was going on here. You got these beings, you know, who realize that they are more than just physical. You know, they are more than just mental. So she begins to teach them a series of spiritual abilities that she learned through her meditations. And the abilities are known as, they was able to adapt to any technology, spatial or hyper awareness / super hearing, or what we know as super hearing, which we know as clairaudience, and echolocation, which is the sonar energy, right? So they can literally hear into the environment, and through the ethers, they can literally pick up on your energetic print with their super hearing. You see what I'm saying? So next they have construct manipulation. Now this is them manipulating. They have virtual reality in this world, so they can manipulate the constructs of their virtual reality with their meditations, and so they control the construct with their minds. You see what I'm saying? This is a real psychological, real mental show. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here with these beings. A real mental show. So the construct or the virtual reality is pretty much a symbolic representation of your imagination. You see what I'm saying? You can control whatever you want in your mind. And if somebody try to program you into their reality, you control their reality with your mind too. As long as you meditate on that realm and realize that you're in this alternate dimension. Or it's a form of lucid dreaming as well. You see what I'm saying? Once you wake up in your lucid dreamings, what you can do, you can control the dreams. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Marjorie? What's up, Tasha? You can control the dreams. So since you can control the dreams, they can control the construct. They can manipulate their bodies, teleport, do all type of cool shit. You see what I'm saying? Break out. They got them locked down. They can use their force to break, their mental force to break out of shackles and everything. You see what I'm saying? So and they was immune to virtual reality torture or mental torture. You see what I'm saying? They was masters of their minds. So what else they had? Also, they had foresight and martial skill. They can put what is foresight? Foresight is the ability to perceive something before it happens in minute seconds. You see what I'm saying? So if you trying to kick me, we in the middle of a fight, you trying to punch or kick me, I can perceive those punches and kicks before you do them, and I can act accordingly to counter those techniques and bring some techniques of my own. You see what I'm saying? Attack with some techniques of my own. So that's what you got going on. So next, they have they could shift in between sleeves with no problem. You see what I'm saying? They could shift in between sleeves with no problem. He literally showed this in the TV show. He Takeshi Kovac, who is known as the last envoy in this TV show. He literally shifted into a sleeve, and he took a mirror and he looked at himself, and he shifted his energy from the last sleeve he wore to the new sleeve he wore. Cause they could do that. They had that skill. All they needed was a mirror to update who they really were in the moment. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. And finally, what they are known for the most: unvoiced intuition. Now, what is unvoiced intuition? Unvoiced intuition, as they described in the TV show, is literally total absorption of details in your reality. What does that mean? That means you can go into your reality and perceive things and collect the data and be fully conscious of you collecting that data and absorb that information to do many things with it, whether it is foresee the future with their foresight, whether it's use that data to, get over on the person or whatever they're going to do with that data, use that information to get the jump on their enemies, whatever. They use the information to do whatever. Now, there are two types of intuition, since we on this unvoiced intuition, and this is what they was most well known for. There are two types of intuition. There's outer intuition and there's inner intuition. So you got soul intuition, which is your ability to become, which is your ability to listen to your own internal supreme wisdom which you generate from within you. You see what I'm saying? And you see what I'm saying? So, and you also got outer intuition, which is the unvoiced intuition. Total absorption of details in your reality. Now, once you fuse your inner intuition with your outer intuition, then you got a fully functional intuitive mind. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. This is what they was known for, the unvoiced. They was known for their supreme intuitive mentalities. You see what I'm saying? That supreme intuitive minds. So this made fucking Takeshi Kovacs, who was also part of the resistance of the time. Him and his sisters. Well, he was actually part of the United Nations or Protectorate, the Praetorian Guards, and he loved that shit. He was with them for about 10 years until he found out that they allowed his sister to get sold into the Yakuza, and they were going to try to kill his sister, whose name was Raylene. So he rebelled against them, and they of course they became wanted because of it, and they fled the Praetorians and on to the planet Harlem, where they would have a run-in with with Chris Falconer. You see what I'm saying? And she would go on to train them in the ways of Envoyism. You see what I'm saying? So in the ways of Envoyism, she taught them how to use their abilities, their forces. So they would go on to become masters of that. Now, Takeshi will go on to become the baddest motherfucker there. You see what I'm saying? He would go on to become the baddest motherfucker there. He was supremely intuitive. He had that gift. You see what I'm saying? He was a monster with her teachings. But of course, his sisters sold them out and got all of them killed because they were going to release a Rowling virus to infect all stacks so they could be destroyed within 100 years. Why would she do that? Why would Chris do that? Because she foreseen the distortions down the timeline. It took about 300 years, because he was on lockdown for a minute. It took about 300 to 500 years before you seen the results of that distortion. You see what I'm saying? By the time Chris come back in season 2, there were more stacks than sleeves or bodies. You see what I'm saying? There was more stacks than sleeves or bodies. So there was not enough bodies in the galaxy at this point to house all the stacks in existence. So your stack became your prison. You see what I'm saying? Your stack technology became your prison. They literally had motherfuckers in they literally had motherfucking stacks in buckets in this TV show, and they would trade them for money. So she foreseen that distortion, and she tried to stop it, but they was betrayed before she was able to. You see what I'm saying? They was betrayed. So season 1 is about Takeshi coming back online because he became a mercenary, a killer, and he became wanted by the government, and they locked him down. But they resurrected him because they needed his one of the so-called what they call myths, and they not playing with these names. The so-called myths, which is the rich and famous. You got two groups of the rich and famous. You got the myths, who are just the noble. You can look at them as the noble class, and then you got the founders, motherfuckers who founded their own planets and shit, right? So, this is what you got going on. So, now, this is where it gets good. He comes back online. He deals with his shit, his mistakes in the first season. He had to work through his shit. He had to deal with the mistakes that he made, plus the mistakes that his sisters made. So it's pretty much him resolving family matters, right? That's pretty much what was going on in season 1. You see what I'm saying? Them introducing all the concepts and all the abilities of envoys, stackism, and sleaze. The altered carbon don't really become altered carbon until season 2, where with a return of Chris Falconer, revamps the revolution. You see what I'm saying? So Takeshi, who was Asian originally, this time they have him inhabit a black man's body. You see what I'm saying? So you see what they doing. You see what I'm saying? So they telling you that the black man and black woman are the leaders of this magical revolution. Why I said magical revolution and not just physical revolution? Because these were envoys. They were spiritual people. You see what I'm saying? They were highly advanced intuitive beings. They were the Jedi of their age. See, what you're going to come to find out is every era, every age, and every age has a Jedi order. You see what I'm saying? Every age, whether it's the Knight Templars, whether it's the Hoodoo Conjurers, whether it's the Vodou Priests, whether it's the Taoist Shamans, you see what I'm saying? Whether it's, the Buddhist monks, whether it's the Russian shamans, you see what I'm saying? The Kokian shamans of old. You see what I'm saying? And whether it's the indigenous Australian shamans, hell, we can go on and on. The indigenous South American shamans, hell, spiritual chiefs in that area and Mesoamerica as well, and Canada also. So you always have Jedi orders for the age, and of course, at this age, the order of the Star Seeds, and Earth Seeds, and Dragon Seeds, and God Seeds, and Ava Seeds, and Naga Seeds. Hell, the list goes on, all the different type of spiritual beings, and fairy seeds. Hell, spiritual beings that are down here. You see what I'm saying? But they all make up the Jedi Order of the last days. You see what I'm saying? What the Mormons used to say, the Latter-day Saints. Well, we the true Latter-day Saints. You see what I'm saying? But I prefer not to use the word saints. I prefer to say Latter-day Jedi. How about that? Jedi of the last days. You see what I'm saying? The last Force wielders, the last Jedi of the true that kept the ways of the Force and the old spiritual sciences. You see what I'm saying? We after us, this is a new world. So we literally truly the last Jedi, the last Magi. You see what I'm saying? The last Witcher, however you like to say it. You see what I'm saying? The last oracles, the last psychics. We truly that energy at this point. So this was going on. So you always gonna have that. You always gonna have those Jedis who keep the spiritual sciences, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? No matter what, the Gnostics, the occultists, the alchemists, the hermetic teachings. You see what I'm saying? The Sufi, the Hashashin. Hell, shit. I go on and on. You see what I'm saying? I go on and on about the original spiritual people who kept the old ways, the spiritual teachings, the spiritual balance on the planet. That was their job. You see what I'm saying? That was their job. Spiritual balance and elevation and ascension. That's what they came here to do as the chosen ones of their era. So they picked the melanated man and woman for this particular season. They picked the melanated man and woman for this particular season. Matter of fact, most of the characters was black this season, shockingly. Why? Why would they pick the melanated man and woman? You the leader of the magical revolution. You the prophesized ones that will return at the end of the days. See, think about it. It was 300 to 400 years ago since the last revolution, the last true revolution, when we were still in our powers, when we fought these motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? We lost, but it was prophesied that we would come back 300 to 400 years later to set things right. Right? This is happening right now. So this is our story. Now, enter Chris Falconer, or the return of Chris Falconer. Now, while she was in her hibernation, locked down, they thought she got seemingly infected by a consciousness, but no, she was in contact with the elders of that particular planet, the ancestors of that particular planet, the original Titans. And the Titans told what the founders of that particular planet did, and she was like, oh, okay, because they went and assassinated all the elders of their time. You see what I'm saying? So they assassinated all the elders of their time. Then the one elder that lived was pissed and wanted her vengeance. So she made an agreement, a contract with Chris to go and hunt them motherfuckers down and assassinate them, which is what they did. They literally went down. They literally went and assassinated all them motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? Took every last one of their asses out. Right now, this is where it gets interesting. So we got the black man and black woman, sorting out. They had there was a love story between them, of course, the yin yang magic, It was a melanated love story at this point, and they was working things out, and they was trying to figure out how to stop the elder from destroying the planet. You see what I'm saying? Because they had a planetary defense system known as Angel Fire. Pay attention to these names. You see what I'm saying? Or Angle Fire. Now the elder, the ancestor, chose Chris Falconer, right? So after a while, they went into her mind. They created a virtual reality construct because they had AI technology, and they separated the elder from Chris. So Chris was like, why you do that? I knew that she was there. I knew that she was taking over me to do these things. You see what I'm saying? I knew this. I was aware. And they was like, but you ain't tell us that. We didn't know what the fuck was wrong with you. We thought you was going crazy. You see what I'm saying? So what goes on next? So Takeshi, he has a meeting with the elder, and the elder is like, hey, I'm here to destroy all the fucking founders for killing my people. And so you gonna stop me? And he was like, yeah, I gotta stop you because you killing Chris. You see what I'm saying? You killing them. So I gotta stop you here. So they separated the consciousness from her. You see what I'm saying? So they got Misty Knight. I don't know her real name. So they got Misty Knight in the show as well, who she did a hell of a job also. So they give you these little advanced technologies in the show. This earth seed energy. She wearing like technological cars on her head, which can hack computers, send information. She can project herself across time and space, create her own personal holograms, all type of cool shit. She can do amazing things with that shit. She was a bounty hunter in this show. So, when they summon Takeshi again, for work, they show you that he has this sleeve, he has this melanin body, he has unique abilities. It had advanced regeneration, subconscious survival instincts. It also had telekinetic magnetic hands, which he can summon weapons to him. You see what I'm saying? Or he can use the magnetic energy to summon any kind of metal to him. So magnetokinesis is what this body has. So the body had very cool things. You see what I'm saying? He have a run-in with his old fucking co-worker by the name of Jaeger. Jaeger, been hunting that motherfucker for 300 years because he betrayed the protectorate, and Jaeger wanted him to become the greatest soldier ever, and he decided to rebel against them, and he became a freedom fighter, which I don't blame him. Shit, he went and fought for the land, for nature, for his people, for spirituality. You see what I'm saying? So, he received all these skills, and it was a lesson in the show where he was still trying to find Chris, and she said, and he was like, is you alive or is you not alive? And it was a scar on his chest. He stabbed himself with it because she told him, now they taught you that we use stacks to separate mind from body, but that's bullshit. because the body has its own intuition, its own intelligence, its own awareness, its own consciousness. So stab yourself and see for yourself. So he stabbed himself, and the wound had its own intelligence of how it's happening, and he was able to see. He used retrovoyance. He was able to see the past. You see what I'm saying? Use retrovoyance is your ability to see the past, with those psychic senses, right? Psychic eye. So he seen the past and everything that happened, and how he fought her before she knew it was Takeshi or whatever, right? So the body does have its own intelligence, its own intuition, and if you ever listen to my boy Brother Wilson, he tell you it even have his own name. See what I'm saying? So your body has its own name. So definitely. So this is a deep show. Also, another thing that happened here that made this show real interesting is they always seem to have this connection with this elder tree. Now that you can touch the tree and it glows, right? So they showing you the life force that's channeling through the tree. But when the tree was infected, the color was red. But when the tree was in its natural state, the color was blue. They always give you this red and blue. You know, they always cycling through the root chakra and the throat chakra. Why is this? The root chakra is the base of the lower chakras, but the throat chakra is the base of the higher chakras. That's the connection. You see what I'm saying? So survival is the truth of your base self, but your throat chakra is truth, period. You see what I'm saying? Mainly spiritual truth. You see what I'm saying? So survival and living is the truth of your base self. That's what they tell you, your root chakra, your connection to the earth. But the throat chakra is your spiritual truth, your truth. The truth that only you can tell to the world, and that you can only show the world from your own experiences and your own perspective or point of view. You see what I'm saying? That's what that's why you always see this red and blue. You see what I'm saying? It's red and blue. Shifting between the frequencies of survival and the frequencies of truth. You see what I'm saying? So they showing you that the elder is vibrating on her root chakra, because she ready to fuck this shit up. This point, her sense of survival, because they wiped out her species, which makes sense, right? She's no longer vibrating on the truth anymore, because there's nothing to be truthful about. Hell, she already know what it is. They killed her people, so now she gotta knuckle up. Now she gotta fuck some shit up. So that's what the elder did. She fucked some shit up in this TV show. Now, of course, you know, it's always some psychological art of war in there. They had to kill off the elder, but they showed you something. The elder wasn't a true enemy. They showed you that there was a politician woman in the show who was the daughter of the one of the founders, and she was running shit at this point. Don't remember her name. So she was running shit at this point, and she had already killed her father and shot his stack out. So she showed it to the elder who had possessed Jaeger at this point. And so the elder was like, okay, so all the founders dead. So she cut the machine off, because she had like an ancient machine that hacked into that literally hacked into Angel Fire and caused it, and she could use that. And when she hacked into it, she could literally use it to fucking rain down fire onto the planet. Sound familiar? That Nibirian energy, right? So to stop this, you know, she showed her the stack. Now when she showed her the stack, she was like, okay, cool. Okay, so all of them dead. So she cut that shit off. So why we got the white woman betraying the ancestor once again? Like the sins of the father can transfer to the sins of the son or daughter. Remember that, the sins of the child. See what I'm saying? So like father, like daughter at this point. So she do the same shit her father do. Oh, so you didn't think that goddamn that was a bad decision? So she paid for that bad decision quick, cause the goddamn elder reactivated that shit and just gonna destroy the planet off GP, general purpose at this point. You see what I'm saying? Just because these some filthy motherfuckers. These some treacherous people. These some treacherous beings. You see what I'm saying? So what happens? So we get my boy Takeshi who got a melanin body now. So Crest was about to sacrifice himself for a second time, and he was like, nah. So he kills Jaeger, and he absorbs the energy of the Elder, and he literally summons the fucking Angel Fire program to him, and at the same time, the beam shoots down on him, he discharges the fucking Elder's energy into the Angel Fire system and destroys it, showing you the power of the melanin mind. You see what I'm saying? Showing you the power of the melanin mind. When we under pressure, when we in bad situations, we're able to do seemingly amazing things. Like, you see this shit, you like, what the fuck? So he discharged the Elder's consciousness into the machine, into the fucking Angel Fire defense program. The Elder's consciousness infect that shit and blow it up. You see, they blow up the whole planetary defense system. So I'm like, damn, that's mind blowing. So they showing you here. Why would they shut down the Elder like that? They shut down the Elder because her destroying Heartland wouldn't have destroyed the Protectorate. You see what I'm saying? It would only have just fucked up that particular planet, but it wouldn't have destroyed it. You know, they had their main place where they created stack technology. You know, that was the main mining place for stack technology and all, but it would only hurt it, the Protectorate. But they could have just found another planet to do that on. You see what I'm saying? They could have found that particular ore somewhere else and made some new stacks. Mind you, they didn't even have enough fucking sleeves for the stacks in the first place. So that shit was about to go out the window anyway. So what happens next is we see that the revolution begins again with Crest. She hops into a sleeping bay, and she begins to send her consciousness out into the universe. So she could go to another planet because the revolution had dried up on Harlan, and she sent her consciousness out into the universe so she could start the revolution once more. Create a new set of envoys, a new generation of Jedi. Like she fulfilled their prophecy that I've been telling y'all. The Force awakens and the new Jedi will rise. In this case, the new Jedi rose once again up under the first Jedi became the last Jedi. You see what I'm saying? And the last Jedi is going to give way to the new Jedi. You see what I'm saying? The first shall be last and the last shall be first. So that she fulfilled their prophecy. You see what I'm saying? That's what they showing you. So the black man sacrificed for the black woman so she can once again revamp the revolution. Because it started with her. So if you die, then the revolution died with you. That's what he was trying to get her to see the whole show. You know, if you die, the revolution died with you. But if you live, then the revolution lives. And this shit can start again, which is what we seen. She finally understood what he was trying to tell her at the end of the show. And she started it anew. So season 3, if there is going to be a season 3, should be interesting. So we should see her putting in work in season 3 and revamping the revolution. Oh, but it's not over. Once again, that melanin consciousness. You see what I'm saying? Your boy Takeshi figured out how to preserve his consciousness in AI. And so he had his boy Poe, who was an AI intelligence, artificial intelligence, had him and the girl who he was working with at the time, they rebuilt his stack. So he's still alive. He back again. He back in action. So showing you that our souls are eternals, because the stacks represents our consciousness, our souls, right? So showing you that our souls are eternal. That's what they showing you in this show. And it's always going to find a way to come back if need be. You see what I'm saying? It's always going to find a way to reincarnate or come back down here to put in work if need be. So that's what they showing you here with these stacks. So it's a powerful show. It's a powerful show. So the revolution starts again. Altered carbon just means they was able to shift their melanin consciousness from one body to the next. But even that resource began to dry up because they had more souls than they did bodies. So bodies became a scarcity. It became a rarity. So bodies became beloved again. See what I'm saying? So they had to heal the imbalance. When we said mind, body, spirit, and soul, we mean that shit. Body has an intuition, an intelligence, an awareness, and a consciousness. Mind has its own set of principles and teachings and abilities. Spirit has its own principles and teachings and abilities. And so the soul has its own principles, teachings, and abilities. All these different aspects of yourself have their own reality of skills, abilities, and teachings. You see what I'm saying? So you have to invest in all four to be the master of yourself. You see what I'm saying? So definitely, that's what this is about. So Envoy intuition. Let's go back to that. This is the last part. I think I'm wrapping it up here. You see what I'm saying? This is the last part here. Let me make sure. We're going to get to this Envoy intuition real quick. Yeah. Envoy intuition. How do you use your Envoy intuition? That's the $1 million question. How do you use that? I'm going to give y'all an example. Envoy intuition works like this. When we say total absorption of details in your reality, we mean using your perception in your reality to foresee all the important events that's going on in your reality. Like, say, for example, I went to Walmart yesterday. Matter of fact, I went to Walmart the last 2 or 3 days for different reasons, right? So each day became worse than the last. First day, I was there, I bought some groceries or whatever. When I first went in there, they didn't have like these carts blocking off the they had set up the carts in such a way where you had to walk in a single file line. You see what I'm saying? Now that was the first day they did that. Yesterday, they set it up to where they used the carts to block off the alternate exit, the alternate way in. You see what I'm saying? Where you go in for the supplies and stuff like that. You know, you got the grocery side, then you got the supply side. So they blocked that side off. So now you can only come in on that side. Now, this is where your Envoy intuition come in. This is the shifting of your reality, but you have to pay attention to the details in your reality. Ask yourself, why would they do that? Why would they do that, right? You come to find out that if you know what's going on in the world, you know that if they create a system where you have to come in a single file line, then that means that there's an event that's about to take place where they about to have these scientists come in with their corrupted technologies because they've already been tampered with, and you're going to see these motherfuckers in outfits, you know. They either gonna be in like white lab coats, or they gonna just be in regular clothes with masks on, and they gonna be holding these foreign technologies you ain't never seen. Now, when I was coming out of fucking Walmart, and I perceived this, and I was being aware, I was being in the moment. You have to be in the moment. You have to be neutral minded. When we say in the moment, you have to be neutral minded, rooted in the now, in this particular now, in this particular moment. There's nothing else but this moment. So you have to be neutral. You have to be neutral minded. As I was perceiving how they set this up, the information inside of me, I absorbed enough information in detail to trigger my foresight, where it showed me a series of visions of what they're about to do. Now, this is what they're about to do. They set this up so they can have people come in a single file line, so everybody who comes in now can be tested with their scientists can test them for this COVID-19 virus. Now, they're going to be wearing, like I said, either lab coats with masks on, or they're going to be wearing regular clothes with masks on. But they're going to be checking for this COVID-19, and you can't get in Walmart to barter unless you take this test. If you don't take this test, they're going to turn your ass away. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is how I know they're going to do this. When I was walking out of Walmart, there were no buggies in the bucket chamber or whatever, right? So one of the ladies, she walked back out in the opposite direction. Now they got a fucking Walmart employee sitting there, policing that particular section. When she tried to walk out, the Walmart employee was like, "No, you can't go that direction now. You can't go that way no more." She was like, "But there's no more buckets." She was like, "I understand, but you have to go around now." So they're already training the masses, herding the cattle to do and think a certain way now. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, so we already seen it. That was the universe, like they told you in Altered Carbon. When the mind is still neutral, then the universe surrenders to your will and consciousness. So when she turned back, that was a glimpse, a physical glimpse of the future of how they gonna turn you back and if you refuse to take the COVID-19 test. They gonna force you out of Walmart so you can't bother, right? So total absorption of details in your reality. So I seen this. I foreseen all this in that moment. Because time kind of slowed down. I seen that shit. I was like, okay, so that's what they gonna do. That's how they gonna do it. Now, what we gonna do about this? You know, so Walmart soon about to become a fucking testing center. So if these technologies have already been tampered with, to have 3 to 5 out of the 10 people that they check is already rigged to say that they have COVID-19 to create panic. And they're especially trying to attack the starseeds. It's especially designed to attack any type of spiritual being at this time. You see what I'm saying? It's especially designed to do that. But they don't care who they get. They just trying to incite panic, right? So they just trying to kidnap you and put you in their testing centers so they can kill you and take your organs and do whatever else they gonna do. You see what I'm saying? Or blood sacrifice you, or whatever else wicked shit that they do with their time. This is the new way that they're doing things, right? So this is where it gets good, y'all. This is where it gets good. Now, funny, I was at Target's the other day, and I look on their window, once again, total absorption of detail, and Target said, no, not CDC approved, meaning that the CDC, who is pretty much the scientists who are spearheading this COVID-19 operation, they have not approved, they have not signed up to work with them. So my advice, when you start seeing these fucking scientists show up at Walmart, then you take your ass to Target. Target a little bit higher, but you ain't gotta waste your time dealing with these fucking goddamn cabal scientists. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we mean by using your envoy intuition. And you have to use your envoy intuition, which is your outer intuition, in combination with your intuition, which is your soul intuition. You see what I'm saying? Your ability to listen to that supreme wisdom that you generate from within you, from your Akashic records, from your soul perception, your soul awareness, your soul consciousness. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta use them in tandem with each other to perceive what the fuck is going on in this world, because your world is changing. I'm out here in the lake right now, right? Let me tell y'all how I know shit is changing. Right now, they got a sign out here that said you can harvest fish now. You could never do that in the old world. You could catch them, but you had to throw them back into the lake. Now they're allowing you to catch fish and take them home. See what I'm saying? At these lakes now, because they know it's gonna come a time where the food's gonna run out at these different stores. So they're already telling you right now, hey, you better take up the fine art of fishing. You better take up this. You better take up that, because there'll come a time where you will be no longer able to barter in this system. So you better take up the fine art of farming, the fine art of fishing, the fine arts of farming, definitely farming and fishing. One of the two, you gotta take up one, cause you don't have to feed your family. You see what I'm saying? Either that or your ass you gotta be a master faster. You see what I'm saying? So you can conserve your food for as long as possible. One of the fucking two. You got one of the fucking three. You gotta be a master faster. You gotta be a master at fasting for days at a time and only being able to drink water, and I advise you to get as much water as possible, because we already becoming more liquid beings than we are solid beings at this point. So you better get as much water as possible. You need 10, 20 cases in your house. See, if it's four people in your house, you need at least 15 to 20 cases in your house. You see what I'm saying? If it's 3 people in your house, then you need about at least 12 to 16 cases. If it's only 2 people in your house, then you need about 10 to 12 cases. You see what I'm saying? But if it's 4 or higher, you need 15 to 20 cases in your house. That's about 6 months worth of water. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna go through those 20 cases. You see what I'm saying? Especially since the water is still active. But it's gonna come a time where they're gonna cut off the water, and you may even have to use that water to bathe with and wash yourself up. See what I'm saying? You gotta think survival techniques. Now, a lot of these fucking, all these other organizations who's teaching you all that bullshit, the social sorcerers, goddamn the hotels, the feminists, and all that social justice warrior and Me Too shit. Them motherfuckers to shut the fuck up. If y'all noticed that, ain't nobody talking about nationality and all that shit no more. Irrelevant. Nobody talking about none of this bullshit. It ain't nothing matters now but survival and spirituality. At this point, that's all that exists in this reality now. Survival skills and spirituality. Nothing else matters. You see what I'm saying? What can you do now? Can you go out here and catch fish? Can you can you raid buildings? Do you have the skills to break in shit? Cause you're gonna need all that. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna need a whole new set of skills to survive this shit. You see what I'm saying? Can you survive off just the force itself? You see what I'm saying? For those who could commune deep enough, the forces that sustaining this food is water. So can you survive off just the force itself? You see what I'm saying? You need a whole new set of skills for this whole new reality we in. You see what I'm saying? Cause this shit is crumbling before your eyes. Just look around you. Use your unvoiced intuition. Just look around you. Perceive what's going on. Martial law is here. I'm telling you. I work security. I already see martial law. High risk areas, they already have policemen coming in guarding this motherfucker from 6 to 6. Night shift, which is even in night shift. You see what I'm saying? They already had them guarding high priority areas, which includes gas stations. Anything where they trafficking, any place where they trafficking, that means like airplanes or trafficking cars or whatever or goods or whatever. All those places are now high priority places. You see what I'm saying? Because they're trafficking goods, they're trafficking cars. Those are products that can be used to continue society at this time. So that's what we mean by martial law. This has become a police state officially now. You see what I'm saying? It's been a police state forever, but it's crunch time police state. It's last days police state. There was a difference between the old world's version of police state and this post-apocalyptic period of the police state. You see what I'm saying? I told y'all that martial law is, in a way, a distraction so they can get all that essential personnel to go underground. And it's going to take about 6 months to a year to get all them up on the ground and situated and set up. Until then, they're going to have martial law instituted, and they're not going to tell the masses what they're doing. And one day, a year from now, they're going to have all the people, all the military withdraw. But before that, they're going to try to kidnap as many of your star seeds as possible. We seen this in the astral realm. One of my homegirls, she called me not too long ago. She said in the astral plane, I told y'all they kidnapped the kids. They kidnapped the spirits first before they do it in the physical. They just going around from door to door in the astral plane because there's an astral version of America. There's an astral version of South America. There's an astral version of Mesoamerica. There's an astral version of Canada. An astral version of Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, and Russia. You see what I'm saying? So the whole world is in martial law because these beings are in the astral realm going door to door kidnapping starseeds spiritually. So when they do it physically, they can do it uninterrupted. You see what I'm saying? This is what y'all got going on here. This is what we got going on here. So this is the hidden true reason for martial law. They want your starseeds. You see what I'm saying? That's why, all of a sudden I've been talking up on them kidnapping kids or whatever. So now the QAnon program, who is, I think, AI is the archons working through the AI, the ghost in the machine at this point. The Oracle program. The one that's supposedly supposed to be unbalanced in the Matrix. And Donald Trump is the architect program. He's supposed to keep the balance of the Matrix. And they use either or. They create some imbalance from time to time, and then they come back and create balance from time to time. Oracle and the Architect, the Matrix. This is why they usurp the Matrix movies to feed you their propaganda. Right, to feed you their propaganda. So now they got their QAnon agents coming out telling y'all that they are saving kids, but there's no evidence of them saving kids. is hearsay. Once again, you would think that if they just saved 2,100 kids, they will fucking post that on the news, goddamn, like, yeah, we just saved 2,100 kids. Here they are in the physical. You can see them, you can touch them. You ain't seen that shit yet. You see what I'm saying? You ain't even seen that. We know mainstream media probably ain't gonna show it, but you ain't even seen it in underground media. Like, you only hearing about it, hearsay. You know, we only hearing them doing amazing things. You see what I'm saying? But we not seeing shit. You see what I'm saying? No more than the quarantine, no more than the indictments, no more than CEOs stepping down. But how we know they been indicted? How we they so-called said that they are imprisoning them and killing them off. But that's bullshit. We know what they really doing. The CEOs already have their businesses underground. That's as above, so below. The business that they was running up here, they got an underground version of their business. So they going underground to run it. Their underground business, the underground version of it. See what I'm saying? As above, so below. They're using hermetic principles to run this shit. Y'all gotta understand that. So they know the business up here is done. Cause they know the matrix up here is crumbling. So they're going down into the facilities to kick off and jumpstart their underground businesses now. If they haven't already been jumpstarted and fully operational already, which I think they've already been fully operational for some time now. Cause they knew this time was coming. See what I'm saying? So they feeding us a hearsay story. You know, they making themselves look like the hero for as long as they can until everybody realizes the jig is up. But they gonna wait till the last minute where you can't do shit for you to see that they done fucked you over. You see what I'm saying? They gonna wait for as long as they can. Fucking, they might wait till a week before judgment, before Nibiru really kick in judgment to tell you what the fuck really going on. Knowing these treacherous motherfuckers, they might wait till a week before it happens. And they just gonna pull out all they fucking military forces underground. And now, you goddamn sitting here looking at these motherfuckers like, where the fuck these niggas go? You see what I'm saying? They gonna set up the barter system. They showing you. They let you catch fish. Another reason to set up the barter system. So they gonna, at the end of the day, they gonna fucking pull out. But in the meantime, they gonna set up the barter system. Cause now it's gonna be about trading what you got. Like they showed you in the book of Eli. What you got that's useful to me, and I give you this case of water. I give you these clothes. You see, some these shoes. Shit you need. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta trade shit you don't need in that moment for shit you actually need in that moment. That's how the barter system works. So this is what's going on here. Use your envoy intuition to see how the world is changing and shifting all around you. See what I'm saying? There are things here now in this matrix that was not here in the old world. Pay attention to that. These are signs. These are omens. You see what I'm saying? These are symbols to let you know that the world has shifted and changed completely. You are no longer in the Piscean age. You are in the Aquarian age. And now you're starting to see Aquarian age type shit. But this matrix still has to go. And they trying to keep it operational for as long as possible. But their true goal is to keep the masses fucking tamed and herded for as long as possible while they continue to do their dirt from behind the scenes in the shadows. So there y'all go. So use that envoy intuition. Use this sight in conjunction with your physical sight. Yeah, your physical sight only see 4% of creation, but it's still 4% of creation, goddammit. It's still 4% of creation that you can perceive and use to your advantage. You see what I'm saying? So don't forget that. And you combine it with the other 96% of your psychic sight, your spiritual sight, to get shit done at this point. Because you're gonna need your intuition. I told y'all, intuition is survival at this point. Both outer and inner. You gotta perceive what the fuck going on now. If you don't use your intuition at this time, you're gonna find yourself in a bad situation, in a bad place. So now's the time to get ready. You know, you got about 3 months. This phase one. Like I told y'all, phase one is mental and social martial law. Mental martial law is they created a fucking quarantine situation to mentally get you prepared for a martial law lifestyle. They created a social quarantine situation with this social distancing to get you used to not being around people doing martial law. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. They are shifting according to the changes that's happening on this planet. So now, what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be getting in tune with self. You need knowledge of self. You need wisdom of self. You need that which has been dwelling deep inside you to fight this shit now. Or as I always tell y'all need to learn to fight from within at this point. You need your psychic self. You need your soul self. You need all your energy bodies in sync at this point. You got 12 to 13 of them motherfuckers. You need every last one of them, from the physical to the soul on back. You see what I'm saying? So definitely, this is what's going on here. That's what's going on. So that's definitely what I want to tell y'all in this altered carbon lecture here. This altered carbon decoded. Just like they fucked up the future in altered carbon, they fucked up the present in our world. You see what I'm saying? Which their past is the future to them, but they fucked up the past. And here in the future, we're dealing with how they fucked up in the past. You see what I'm saying? So it's pretty much a parallel storyline to what's going on now. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty much a parallel storyline to what's going on now. So be ready. Be ready. Know what the fuck is going on. Get your goods. You see what I'm saying? Get canned goods, because cause the canned goods are sealed up. So you can take them anywhere, eat whenever you want to, get you some burners, get you some burners, may need to get you some generators, from Lowe's or whatever, get what you need, prepare yourself for this situation, because it's not going back to normal. Every prophet or seer or soothsayer or fucking, teacher or whatever you want to call them motherfuckers, or whatever they call themselves, has told you that this shit is never going back to normal. How you know it's not going back to normal? Because you see the signs. You see signs everywhere that this shit will never go back to normal. If it was going back to normal, then why the fuck they putting carts outside of Walmart, got you walking in there in a single file line, if it was so-called going back to normal? If it was going back to normal, then why they letting you fucking pull fish out the lake now in a Federal Reserve location, which in the old world, they wouldn't let you even take them fish home. You had to put them back in the lake. You see what I'm saying? Think about this. Avoid intuition. Total absorption of detail in your reality. You see what I'm saying? Look at the shifts, changes, signs, omens, and symbols that is happening in your reality. The sigils are changing. Everything is shaking and transforming in your reality, slowly but surely. Pay attention, my people. Pay attention. So that's what we going on here. All is mental, mind is all. You see what I'm saying? That's what this show is about, and that's what's going on now. You have to use your mind in unison with your body, spirit, and soul to get through this at this point. You see what I'm saying? And you can't do it without the knowledge of self and some survival skills. I always say get you some survival skills, get you a few machetes. You can get some bullets for some guns, have a few stacked up, but they're going to be hard to come by in a martial law system, but a couple of machetes, wouldn't hurt. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. They weren't hurt. They weren't hurt to have them laying around just in case. See what I'm saying? There you go, Alexis. No schools. No schools. Like, they literally said non-essential. They shut this shit down. And they said non-essential places are open. And they counted school as non-essential. Education. So they tell you that their education system is non-essential. It was just a fucking programming system to lock your kids in a certain state of mind. A rigid, tunnel vision state of mind. Which we all know all too well is like. You see what I'm saying? We know what that feels like. You see what I'm saying? We all been there. We all been in that mental state of mind. You see what I'm saying? Wasting your youthful years locked in that shit, doing nothing. Doing the same old shit over and over again. You took math 50 times in fucking school. Shit, you took English 50 times. How many times I gotta take English and math? Hell, then you get to college, and then you gotta do it all over again for another 4 years. You see what I'm saying? So they locked you into this shit. There you go, Alexis. Bound them into oppression, mental oppression, and emotional oppression. got them running around to and fro, going to classes that they've already passed, and they don't even know it. Y'all done passed math 50 times already. How many times can you fucking count, add 4 plus 4, and it's going to equal 8? You see what I'm saying? It's not going to change. And they even went so far as to start changing math to make you think that it's going to change, so they can give you the excuse that, oh, this new math. Ain't no such thing as new math. Math is math no matter what. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as new history. History is history no matter what. No such thing as new this and new that. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. Nothing has changed. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from here? So definitely. Know what y'all got going on here, y'all. Know what y'all got going on. Know what it is, you know. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I gotta say. That's pretty much all I gotta say. You know, a few martial arts skills wouldn't hurt either. You know, take up your martial art. They trying to Virginia and already outlaw martial arts. They already got the jump on martial arts. So they already telling you all the shit that matters. Everything that they outlawing or creating, you know, making it hard for you to get, that's what you need to be practicing and doing. Shit, it's millions of videos online here that teach you how to learn martial arts. Here, I advise you to go in and take some time out your day. Here, you quarantine, you might as well pick up some new skills. You ain't got nothing else better to do with your time and practice that shit. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. There you go. Any question? What's up, Nagari? Call you. Alright, I'll call you. So any question? What's up, Lisa? Oh, they ain't turned Walgreens into a testing center? Yeah. So they sold out too now, huh? There you go, Rain Bell. Situational awareness. What is situational awareness? Situational awareness is your ability to perceive what the fuck is going on in your reality. Total absorption of detail. That's what they call envoy intuition in the show. But in reality, it's known as situational awareness. And then you got another aspect of situational awareness known as a military skill known as UDA, which is observe, orient, decide, and act. It's quick decision. Making quick decisions with your situational awareness. Sometimes shit pop off and you gotta make decisions based on what the fuck is going on. So that's definitely what you need to master. Your mind, envoy intuition, total absorption of detail in your reality. Use it and you absorb the information and use it to the best of your abilities. There you go, Alexis. He had a smart body in the show. He had a smart body. There you go. You all getting smart bodies now. Your bodies have gotten more intelligent. So tune into it. Mango, we should try living in some groups. Yeah, if you can hook up with some people in your reality that you trust and y'all can get along, build whatever you want to build, ain't a bad idea. Any more questions before I get up out of here? Well, alright. Y'all don't have no other questions. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out, share this with your friends. Let them know what's going on in this world. Let them know that it's changing, it's shifting. You in the new age. Welcome to the new age, by the way, the Aquarian age. I hope you enjoy. Peace.